So it's always good for this practice to have lots of bits and pieces around you as props. I've got yoga blocks. You might need those. Cushions will do just as well because they're going to go underneath your knees when you come to lay down at the end in your shavasana, your relaxation bit. If you've got a bolster at home, a yoga bolster, that will be nice. That does the same. Yeah, and you might want something to cover your eyes when you come into the end bit. This is, I think, really quite important. Blocking out some light from the eyes. This is an eye pillow, a yoga eye pillow, and it has a little bit of weight to it, and that's also really nice over the eyes. So if you've got something like that, pop it at the head end of your mat for later. You could just use anything to cover your eyes. You don't need an eye pillow. Okay, so you also might need some cushions for your head, and I'm doing the luxury version here with a sheepskin, keeps my back warm. And I've got blankets, and you'll need blankets for when you come down. There is nothing worse than being cold in this practice at the end. It will distract you and you won't get the most out of it, okay? So we are going to just do a few really gentle movements. Now, the idea of this is to just guide your nervous system into a safer, quieter, gentler space than what we operate in during our day. Because our nervous systems are not very good, quite rightly so, are going from like fast to slow. So we're doing the bit that's in between basically to take us there. And this is definitely something to practice. If you find relaxation and chilling out really, really hard, this bit beforehand might be the thing that gets you into the relaxation. And if you find that you relax better, you feel that more of you is in this practice, then I would say that's a really good indication that just a little bit of movement beforehand really works for your body and your nervous system, okay? So we're just going to start seated. It really doesn't matter how this is. It could be on your bed, it could be on a chair. You don't have to be cross-legged. You could have your legs out in front. You could even have your back supported against something like a chair or, your bed. So just begin to feel a bit more into your sit bones, your place to ground. Really try and let the body weight drop a little bit. That doesn't mean that we hunch in the back. We can still keep the back quite straight here. And if you are on a harder surface, see if you can get a bit more onto the front edge of your sit bones, and that will help your lower back. So from here, we're just going to release the arms to the side. And as we breathe in, we're just going to palms open, lift the arms up wherever you want to. And then as you exhale, turn the palms down and let the breath go, and let the hands go at the speed of your breath, okay? So if you want to, and you're familiar with this, you can close your eyes down, inhale with the palms up, arms go up, and exhale, palms down, hands come down. So you could breathe in and out through your nose as you do this, as long as you haven't got a cold. And as the palms come down, the shoulders come down too, and you can almost envisage any stress falling off your shoulders. So a breath in again. And let that breath go. And begin to decrease the effort. So let yourself do less. And that might mean that the hands and the arms don't move as far. We're just slowly bringing things down a little bit here. Inviting a little bit of calm into our system. And then this time, when the hands come down, they could rest on your legs, on your knees, to the side of you, whichever feels nice for your shoulders and your neck. And then you're just going to gently roll your head around. Doesn't need to be a big distance. Just let yourself release any tension from your shoulders, from your neck. And you might be aware here of the tension in the shoulders and the neck. The slower you go, the more you're going to pick up some detail. And I also think it's easier when you're going slowly, and that also lets you unhook yourself from any tension. So we'll change and go the other way when you're ready. Again, eyes closed is really nice here. Just a few more, really slow, really gentle. And this can be our last one. And then when you complete that circle, just lift your chin a little bit, settle your head back onto the spine, maybe wriggle your shoulders a little bit. So now we're just going to take one hand to the opposite knee, that could be opposite leg, and the other hand is just going to be somewhere to the side of you. And this is a gentle twist, just turning the chest towards that back hand, not going far, and you can turn the head if you want, or not. You could just keep the head facing forwards if you prefer. But either way, maybe have the eyes shut down and see that as a way of not taking so much information in. So the body and your nervous system has less to process. Just let the breath move your torso, move your ribs. So if we've been moving a lot today, this is about slow movement and not moving far, just staying a bit closer to home. And then slowly take a breath in and unwind and come back to center. And give yourself a moment before we turn in the opposite direction. So that's the other hand to the other knee, and the back hand just somewhere to the side, a little bit behind maybe. And you're just turning the chest, turning the head if you want to, eyes shut. Or if you don't like the eyes closed, just keep your gaze down. And notice if there's anywhere that you're overly gripping, the hand to the knee, can you soften that? The shoulder of the hand on the knee, can you relax that a little bit more? And are you turning too far? Do you need to bring yourself back a little bit? And in which case, just adjust the hand at the side. And notice where your breath is going. What's it doing for you? You might feel the breath a bit more in your back, around your back ribs. And then slowly take a breath in and slowly come back to that center place and just gently invite a little bit of wriggly, soft movement. And now we're going to come down onto our backs. So we can bring all our props close to us. I'm going to go for the option of something underneath my knees. and then blanket over the toes. Now, just to give you a little tip about how you use a cushion, if you use this corner, it can go down between the shoulder blades and the back of the neck and acts as a really good support there for your head. So when you go down, adjust that cushion, pillow, whatever it is, to be holding the head, neck and shoulders a little bit. So I'm just going to bring the thing that's going to go on my eyes in a moment. And then more coverage, more warmth. We are in winter after all, and everywhere's having terrible weather. So maybe you want to get your hands underneath in a moment, but put anything that you've got for your eyes on. And I'll just say, as I will go silent, I'm going to do a little bit of breath guiding here, and then I'll go silent. So that will lead us all the way to the end of the practice. And at the end of the practice, I'll just say goodbye. You don't need to move. You don't need to get up and do anything. I'll just close the meeting. So if you wish to continue resting, you can. And obviously, I will get the recording to you as soon as it comes in. So get your hands underneath, wrapped up, nice and warm. And you'll probably need to do some kind of wriggling just to get everything comfortable. It's really normal to do that. Adjust your clothes as well. Maybe swallow. And then our breath. We're just going to notice what our inhale is like, first of all. You're going to breathe in and out normally, but put your attention onto your inhale to begin with. Now, if you've had a very busy day or you still feel quite stressed, your breath probably will be short, and that's okay. It will change. Now I want you to just put your awareness onto your exhales and see what's the length of the exhale compared to your inhale. So what we're going to do for the next few breaths is just try and make the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. So you can start that practice when you're ready. Taking one of your normal inhales in, and then as you exhale, just take your time releasing that out breath. And do that, I don't know, about 5 times. If you're really enjoying it, continue until it fades out. But you really don't want to be forcing this. You know, the effort is way down. It's like from 0 to 10, 10 being really hard. You're like at 1, really, really low effort. So just to explain, this is really good for our nervous system. It shifts us from when we're in the active range into the more softer, gentler, quieter, calmer space. It actually helps our nerves to calm down. So I'll let you continue that in peace and quiet, and I'll just say goodbye at the end. So enjoy your rest, enjoy your chill out. Okay, we've come to the end of the practice, so I hope you have a lovely chilled out evening, and I'll see you again next time.